In the realm of dietary supplementation, creatine stands as a celebrated and deeply researched nutrient renowned for its potential to significantly amplify physical performance, augment muscle mass, and expedite post-exercise recuperation. Whether you find yourself entrenched in the world of competitive sports or are merely intrigued by the multifaceted health advantages it proffers, this extensive guide endeavors to furnish you with an exhaustive compendium on the proper and efficacious means of incorporating creatine into your daily regimen. Chapter 1. Decoding creatine. Before we embark on the intricate journey of understanding the intricacies of creatine supplementation, it is paramount to acquaint ourselves with the rudiments of what creatine constitutes and the mechanics it orchestrates within our physiological framework. Unraveling creatine's essence, creatine, an innately occurring compound, reposes in minuscule quantities in specific food sources and undergoes synthesis within the human body. It assumes a pivotal role in the energy production calculus during high-intensity, short-duration physical activities, encompassing endeavors such as weightlifting and sprinting. Chapter 2. Elucidating the cornucopia of creatine benefits. The compass of creatine supplementation extends far and wide, gracing us with an array of tantalizing benefits that hold the potential to redefine our physical capabilities and bolster our cognitive prowess. The plethora of benefits. Augmented athletic prowess. Creatine has manifested a propensity for elevating strength levels, power output, and overall exercise performance, rendering it a favored choice among athletes and aficionados of bodybuilding. Proliferated muscular girth. Creatine exhibits the capacity to incrementally augment muscle mass, thus beckoning the attention of those individuals harboring aspirations of gaining both size and strength. Facilitated post-workout recovery. It may alleviate muscular damage and reduce inflammatory responses, potentially accelerating the convalescence process subsequent to a strenuous exercise regimen. Cognitive enhancement. A mounting body of research hints at the cognitive advantages that creatine might confer, which encompass memory amelioration and heightened mental acuity. Chapter 3. Embarking on the journey of dosage and loading. The first critical juncture on our voyage to harnessing the potential of creatine involves an intimate understanding of the dosages that underpin its effectiveness. Deciphering dosage. 1. Standard dosage. Predominantly, a prevailing dosage falls within the range of 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate per diurnal cycle. 1. This dosage configuration effectively satiates the requirements of a majority, rendering them beneficiaries of creatine's manifold attributes. The loading expedition. 1. Certain individuals may opt to traverse the so-called loading phase, which necessitates the ingestion of 20 grams of creatine daily, segmented into 4 equal portions, maintained over a span of 5 to 7 days. 1. This initial surge serves to expeditiously saturate muscle creatine reservoirs, although it remains an elective phase. Chapter 4. The temporal aspects of creatine consumption. The temporal dimension of creatine consumption becomes a pivotal determinant of its efficacy. Prime temporal windows for creatine ingestion. Pre-workout. Administering creatine prior to embarking on your exercise regimen might potentiate its ergogenic effects, as it functions to augment the immediate energy endowment available to muscles during high-intensity training sessions. Post-workout. Alternatively, some individuals favor the post-workout period for creatine consumption, fostering the process of recovery and the replenishment of muscle creatine reserves. Flexible timing. It is pertinent to recognize that creatine can be introduced into your regimen at any juncture that seamlessly integrates with your daily routine, so long as consistency remains the bedrock of its administration. Chapter 5. Safeguarding against contradictions and embracing safety. While creatine typically navigates the seas of safety with ease, the presence of specific contraindications and safety considerations requires vigilant acknowledgement. Contraindications. 1. Renal health. Individuals harboring pre-existing renal conditions ought to exercise prudence by consulting healthcare professionals prior to engaging in creatine supplementation. Safety provisos. Hydration imperative. The maintenance of adequate hydration levels is paramount when embarking on a creatine regimen due to its potential to induce muscular water retention. Quality assurance. The selection of a reputable brand and the procurement of high-grade creatine monohydrate supplements serve as a prophylactic measure against potential substandard offerings. Temperance in dosage. Adhering to recommended dosages is sacrosanct, with an aversion to excessive creatine consumption serving as a safeguard against undue risks. Medical consultation. For those grappling with extant medical conditions or harboring reservations concerning creatine supplementation, consulting healthcare professionals becomes a prerequisite before initiating this supplementation journey. The versatile nature of creatine permits a malleable approach to suit diverse objectives. Customizing creatine for muscle augmentation. 1. The amalgamation of creatine with resistance training augments the prospects of muscle hypertrophy. Crafting creatine for enhanced endurance. 1. Endurance athletes can harness the benefits of creatine to bolster exercise capacity and overall performance. Engaging creatine for cognitive enhancement. 1. Studies hint at the cognitive enhancements that creatine may offer, beckoning those intrigued by its potential cognitive benefits to consider regular intake. Chapter 7. A mosaic of creatine formulations. The marketplace proffers an assortment of creatine formulations, each with its unique attributes. Creatine monohydrate, the gold standard. 1. Creatine monohydrate stands as the most extensively researched and acknowledged form, renowned for its effectiveness and cost efficiency. Diverse formulations. 1. Alternative creatine formulations, such as creatine ethyl ester, cre-alkaline, and others, present themselves as options. 1. However, their superiority over creatine monohydrate remains unsubstantiated by comprehensive evidence. Creatine, an exemplar among dietary supplements, harbors the potential to redefine our physical capabilities, engender muscle augmentation, and even elevate cognitive acumen. Whether you are an elite athlete or simply an enthusiast seeking to enhance your overall vitality, creatine supplementation stands poised as a promising adjunct to your daily regimen. However, always bear in mind that prudence dictates consulting with a healthcare professional before embarking on any new supplementation endeavor, especially if underlying health conditions are a consideration.